Oh, sorry, it's okay.
Okay. Hello everyone. Okay, we're back at the old ex-school again. Again, we can't say where we are, but we thought we'd do things a little bit differently this time around. This is session 7, so we thought we'd start off with a little piece here where we can tell you about what we've discovered so far, what we've captured, what we've seen, what we've heard, what we've felt, and just to give you an idea about how the investigation is going. It's an ongoing investigation. So yeah, how many people we've got on there at the moment, Barbara? Can you see?
9 people.
9 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got 9 people. That's cool. And so you guys, if you want to ask any questions, just fire away, and we'll do our best to answer them. We don't have all the answers, but we'll hopefully answer some of your questions. So while we're all sitting here,
Hi Joanne, where are you?
Was it? Oh, yeah. So has anybody got any questions for us at the moment?
14 people.
It's a bit of a lag.
Okay, as I said before, this is our 7th session. So upstairs and around the place we've got cameras set up and audio recorders and trigger objects already set up, ready to go. So we're recording right now. But since session 1 we've been having lots of activity, lots of bits and pieces. Every session we've had seems to throw a little surprise at us. Whether it be the sound of possible children, footsteps.
I haven't got any comments.
You need to swipe your screen up.
Swipe my screen.
Yeah.
Screen. Ah, yeah, I see. Oops.
What's that?
There we go, thank you.
Is it somebody that...
That's
You might
funny.
need
But it started right from the beginning.
Someone's got their sound up as well.
Yeah, it's me.
Do you ever get scared even if you have visited the place before?
Oh, start with Barbara.
I used to get a little bit nervous, but it's quite a while since I've actually been scared during an investigation. Probably because in all of the investigations that I've attended, I've never actually seen anything that's would be scary, or anything that that I haven't been able to debunk, really. Yeah, so no, as a rule, I don't get scared.
Lisa, what about you?
I think it just depends. I go to a place one time and I'll feel nothing, and then I'll go back to another place and I might feel really uncomfortable or nervous about going there. And I think probably Pivanui House is the only place where I have felt really uncomfortable being there at times, and went back and almost didn't want to go back in. But no, on the whole, most of the time once you get here, you settle in and you feel fine.
There's nothing.
What about you, Marlene?
I have had my moments where I've been freaked out a little bit, but I wouldn't say that I got scared or anything to that degree. I don't get that feeling from this property just yet. Maybe my story will change after I visit the attic tonight, but we'll see.
Yeah. Sam?
Not scared necessarily. Apprehensive sometimes if you don't know the property. First time I was here, it was kind of like these stairs were a little bit spooky at times, but yeah, no, not scared anymore. But just a mirror of what Lisa said, Pivanui House. You know, the feeling of being by yourself, but not necessarily feeling like you're by yourself. Yeah, it does put you on edge a little bit, but you've just got to nut through it.
It's more the fear of the unknown. You're going into a property that you've never been into before. You've heard lots of stories about the place. So you're going with a few preconceived ideas and without really knowing the location. So you don't know what's going to hit you. Personally, I'm kind of used to it now. I can sort of go into places and not feel scared. I get more, what's the word? Hyped. I think hyped, or I feel
yeah, it's more exciting.
exciting. If something happens, you get excited. I think fascination has overcome my fear now. It's like I can quite happily walk into a completely dark psychiatric hospital now and not be scared. More often, nothing will happen, so you kind of get used to nothing happening. So when something does happen, it's kind of a real rush, if anything. So.
And I think too, if something does happen, usually by the time you realise it's happening, it's over, it's finished with, because it's so quick. And we just have to hope in that case that our recorders or our video cameras have caught something. But as a rule, when it's happening, it's so quick, you don't have time to be scared or even really think too much about it. It's only afterwards you realise.
But some of the activity we've had here, both Barbara and Marlene, I think, and Lisa have all captured some interesting voice recordings. You want to talk about those, Barbara? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we have caught voices, I believe, what we believe are children's voices, and also a woman groaning, and lots of unexplained noises, bangs and thumps, yeah, there's a lot of unexplained noises that we have not yet actually figured out what's happening.
We've had some interesting footsteps as well, and I mean, just this building alone, every session we've done, I mean, there's always something thrown at us, something new that happens, whether it be footsteps.
In a new area too.
In a new area, so we're never prepared. We can never prepare for this place. It's really weird, which is why we keep coming back. There's definitely something going on here, but we can't say what it is. We can't say it's haunted just yet because we haven't been lucky enough to actually capture anything really significant. We've captured things which are great, but those things could possibly be other things, but we just don't know yet. We need to sort of try and get more of that footage, more recordings like that, and try and get some sort of pattern going. Yeah, it's about just recording as much as we can, so that's what we're trying to do.
Ideally, an apparition walking down the hallway speaking would be perfect, and everyone catches it on their recorders and everyone catches it on their audio. That would be the ideal situation.
If there's anybody up there, now's your chance. Now.
They're on the camera.
I'm down those stairs. Yeah.
But of course it can be Murphy's Law that when we're packing up our cameras and ready to go, something happens then and we're like, damn.
Yeah.
There was one instance when Barbara and I were in the hallway and I heard a noise and it sounded like keys dropping and hitting the floor. And upon investigating the room, there, sure enough, was a pair of keys right in the doorway where everybody had been walking through most of the night and would have noticed them otherwise. So they were a brand new set of keys. They weren't old looking or anything like that, and we just don't know where the keys belong. They were just there.
And at times it almost feels like if there is something here, it's playing with us, because the key incident could have so easily have been recorded, but we were actually packing up. We were finished for the night and we were in the hallway because we were packing up the DVR gear. So it's almost like, you know, there may be something watching us thinking, oh, this will be fun to do. Watch these two run into this room. So yeah, at times it kind of feels like we're being played with a bit.
And we're in a suburban area, so we do have Friday and Saturday night parties in the neighbourhood sometimes, so we have to sort of factor out any music that we hear. We have to sort of, if we do hear talking or music or anything like that, we have to sort of try and figure out where it's coming from. And if there is a party happening down the road, that doesn't mean that all that noise is coming from that party, but the noise from that party would contaminate anything that might be happening here. So we have to sort of try and work through it all, which is why we have to record inside and outside at the same time. Try and capture as much as we can and document as much as we can.
Thank you, Adrian, for sharing our video, our live feed.
Somebody said, oh Mark, did you bring your clown? The clown's not here today, is it?
No clown, no clown.
We bring along different things each week, or each time we come, I should say, just to try and get some sort of reaction.
Yes.
So we sort of go home and we have a think about it and things that have happened at each investigation and see if we can work out something that might be relevant to actually bring along as a trigger object. So yeah, tonight you'll probably see later on we've got a train set upstairs and we have a large cat. Was it a cat or a dog?
A dog.
Sorry. A lion.
A toy one.
It was dark. It was dark. Yeah, and I've got a storybook for a little boy, so we'll see what happens later on.
So we might let you join in on that one. Story time with Barbara. It's always a hoot. Yay.
And she's promised to do the voices as well. Yeah. Hello to those that have just joined us.
Yeah.
Oh, no clown.
Yeah, for those wanting to know, we're back at the ex-former Auckland school. We can't say where we are at the moment. We've got to respect the privacy of those that are here and those that own the place that have requested that we keep it quiet. But it's in Auckland. It used to be a school many years ago. It's been used for something else now. But is it somebody's phone talking or?
Yep.
Yeah.
Whose is it? Whose phone is talking?
It's not yours, is it?
It's not mine. It's just because we need, we talked about this.
It could be my phone. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
turn mine down.
Alana, we are planning to go out of Auckland. We're actually off to Napier in a few weeks. If you check our
Come and join us.
if you check our page, our main website, you'll see that we're off to Napier, to the Napier prison, which will be very exciting.
We're road tripping. We're going to go road tripping to Napier. It'll be awesome. It's a very cool place.
We have a good time road tripping. So.
And that one's also going to be public as well, isn't it?
It's a public one.
Yes, people are going to be able to join us.
Yes. So if you're in Napier or in Hawke's Bay, or if you just want to go on a road trip and hang out with us for a night, come along. We'll be publishing about tickets, and all the details will be on the website and on Facebook soon.
In due course.
Yeah, we're just getting it sorted. Were there any rooms that anybody wanted us to go back to today? Like, were there any rooms, for those that have been regularly following us, were there any rooms that you liked more than others that you would like to see us go back into? Anything goes with this one. We're quite happy to go back to any of the rooms.
Just had another question come through. Are there any haunted places to see in the South Island?
Lots.
And that's from Shirley.
Lots and lots.
Lots in the South Island. I've been through there, and there's everything from, like St Bathans. St Bathans is a great little place. There's the Vulcan Hotel and all that. There's Larnac Castle in Dunedin. Leviathan Hotel in Dunedin. There's just so many places down in Otago and down that way. Definitely go on a trip and check it out.
It's also in the book, a chapter in it for the South Island, isn't there?
That's right, we have a book coming out in the next few months. It'll be in all the shops. You'll be able to buy that. It's through an actual publisher, a worldwide publisher, which is good. So that'll be in all the bookshops, so you'll be able to get that there, and that's basically going to have a shitload of locations from around the country from top to the bottom, so you'll be able to go through that and use it as a directory and just make your way around the country, checking out haunted places.
Catherine has just said, road trip to Hamilton, come and meet Alana and myself.
Do it! Yeah!
We'll come up with some haunted places for us to visit.
Yeah.
We'll definitely think about it.
If anybody's watching and they've got haunted locations in their area, just do let us know. Send us a private message and we'll add it to our little list, because we have a list of all these places that we want to go, and we often go on road trips around the country whenever we can. Whenever we can.
Yeah.
And whether it be individually or as a group. And so we're always looking for places, so if there's somewhere in your town, let us know and we'll track it down and
Yeah.
So a couple of people are asking to go back into the toilets, I think.
Oh, I don't blame you. It's one of my favourites too, the toilets.
We might do that later
So
then.
dodgy.
The old hangout.
Hanging out in the toilets again.
Yeah.
Another Friday night in the toilets.
Morning open. Oh, deviants.
What's the name of the book?
It's kind of up in the air at the moment. It's possibly going to be called Ghosts on the Road, Road Tripping the Paranormal in New Zealand, but that's sort of up to the publisher really. They're umming and ahhing about it, so it may change, but it's kind of Ghosts on the Road at the moment, at this point. But I'll let you know, you'll all hear about it, and it'll be all the bookshops, and it's about June apparently.
Ghost Road.
And there's the other two as well. Still.
Oh, then there's the other
Yeah,
two.
you're
There's the
right.
first two books, Voices in the Walls and Talking to Shadows. Those are our first two books, and they're available through Amazon, so get in there. And I believe the first one's on Kindle as well, so you can get on Kindle. But there's details on the website as well, so check that out. Or you can buy some directly from us. Send us a private message and we'll send you the details. It's all good.
Yeah, lots of fun just to go back into the
The
bathroom.
toilets.
So what is it about the toilets that you guys liked? I mean, we know what we kind of liked, but what appealed to you guys? There's no toilet paper in there, and it smells.
Bex, we don't really know. I mean, Bex is asked why do spirits like hanging around the bathroom. But, I mean, we kind of wonder whether perhaps there was a death in that bathroom. Because we were getting, last time we were here, we were getting some pretty weird readings. Mark brought his camera along and we're getting some strange sort of anomalies on it, showing temperature variations and figures and shapes. So I have no doubt that we will be following that up tonight. We've got a few ideas of more things that we can try out and different ways that we can approach that, so that we can actually try and verify whether there is actually something there, or whether we can debunk that particular anomaly.
Yeah, last week we tried the thermal imaging camera in the bathroom, and we had an unusual anomaly which turned up, and it was in the window area. We couldn't decide whether it was an unusually shaped draft pattern, because for those that don't know what a thermal imaging camera is, it basically picks up heat, cold spots and all that kind of thing, and temperature changes, and it can actually highlight in colours, to various different colours, the different temperatures in the room. So the temperature of a person would be a different colour than the temperature of the room. And we were getting a shape which looked kind of like a person. It was sort of head and shoulders, it was the upper torso of what looked like a blob, which kind of morphed into maybe a human shape, and it was up in the window area. We were also getting readings of temperature drops and
EMF spikes as well.
fluctuations at that same time.
Yeah.
But whether it's just an unusual draft coming through the window slats, it's the glass windows, that could cause a strange discoloration there, which might look like a person. It was an unusual place. It basically looked like somebody was outside looking in through the window, but again, we're up on the second floor, so it couldn't have been that. And there's no way somebody could have stood out there. There's just a big wall. There's no decks or anything for them to stand on. So it was an anomaly which we couldn't figure out at the time, but we're going to try and replicate it again tonight, if we can.
So Aaron is saying anything going on outside the school tonight that may create background noise.
We know.
We haven't heard any parties yet.
No.
Relatively quiet.
There's a karate school at the back there, but I don't think there's anybody there.
We heard a dog barking, and we do hear the odd car sort of tearing past, but not really.
Compared to other nights, it is pretty still.
Yeah. There's no wind tonight either.
Is it going to rain tonight? What's the weather going to be like? Matthew, what's the weather going to be like?
I would be shocked if it rained.
Matthew's writing things down. So
Matthew is there, yeah.
yeah. Can you just check what the weather's going to be like tonight, Matthew, please?
Maybe Leon will make contact again.
Well, no, that's why I've set the train set up, just in case Leon makes an entrance or an appearance. There's a train set for him to play with up there.
Yes, we try lots of trigger objects because we don't know what we're up against. So we just try and work through a few theories and things and just see what fits. We bring trigger objects along which might help us work through some theories, or yeah, we just try everything really. It's what it's all about. It's about experimentation. No ideas are ridiculous. You just try anything, and sometimes the most ridiculous things work or give results of some description. So it's about trying anything. Just get creative with it, really.
And Matt's just posted the thermal image there for everybody to look at.
Thank you, Matthew.
You're doing well, Matt.
Sure.
Matthew's sitting at home base.
And weather should be fine tonight.
Weather's going to be fine tonight. There we go.
Fantastic. I actually thought it must have been really sad. Frantically putting things on.
Hi, Matt.
I should have known it was Matthew.
We'll keep them on.
Yep.
So don't forget tonight, just let us know if you're on the live feed, let us know if you've got any ideas, things that you'd like us to try, or even things that you would like us to try for the next one. Because we're always open to ideas, and it's always good to try these things.
Clear sky for the evening, moderate winds.
And that's Matthew with the weather. Pretty wicked lag, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like waving my torch around. That was what I did previous when I waved to Matthew. It was ages ago. Yeah, we've got a slight lag here, which seems to be...
Slight lag.
It almost seems to be about a minute or so. Okay, so we're doing things differently this time. So if there's anything that you guys want us to try, if there's any questions you'd like us to ask, just anything, you guys can call the shots tonight if you like. We'll put you in any room that you like. I'm quite happy to take you around the place and show you each room individually so you can make a decision. But we'll put you wherever you want to go tonight.
From Alana, please tell me that was a moth that just went past the camera. I just saw something kind of fuzzy close to the camera.
I think it might have been a mosquito because there was one just buzzing around me here.
Yeah. There are moths. It's a pretty old, dusty place, so there will be moths around. And there's a lot of dust. I've just been up in the attic and there's a lot of dust. There's cobwebs and things. What else has happened since we've been here?
The steps we heard when we sat down here, the very first
That's
time.
right.
We got that recorded because we were all down here. Nobody was upstairs, and then it sounded like footsteps coming down on the stairs. We all heard it. It was very clear, very loud. And yeah, a few interesting EVPs, especially one of mine that I tried when I tried to communicate with them in Maori language. I actually had a reply back where it sort of corrected the word I was saying it incorrect. But yeah, it's hard to explain because I didn't repeat the word, but the word was repeated back. So that was an interesting one. And the loud bangs from what we heard on the roof upstairs, very loud, so loud that we actually thought that there was somebody outside on the rooftop doing it on purpose. So.
And at that same session, there was a really odd noise. It sounded like something
Moaning.
sliding and then banging into something, a wall maybe. It was a really, really odd noise, which you will hear eventually. It'll be going up on our page when we put the report up.
Yes, we will be doing a report and we will be posting photographs, but we'll be keeping them quite obscure, and we'll be taking a lot of the detail out of the reports for the online report. We kind of have to really. But the activity that's been reported here from staff, the area that we're actually investigating has been closed off to the staff. It's a whole level of this place that has been closed off because everybody is too scared. Everybody has been too scared to come up here. And the staff working downstairs have heard the sounds of tables and desks and things scraped overhead on wooden floorboards. They've heard footsteps and bangs and crashes overhead, and there's nobody up here. It's completely empty. There's not even storage up here. It's just empty rooms covered in dust, and nothing's been used for many, many years. People have claimed to have felt the sensation of being pushed down the stairs, feeling dizzy and sick in the area. We had one session here in an area where people have claimed to have been feeling dizzy and sick, nauseous. Lisa and Barbara were feeling dizzy and sick in the same area, which is actually right where they are now. How are you guys feeling now? Yeah. There was one time where, this was the time that I saw the blob apparition, or what I thought was an apparition, walk into the office, which is pretty much right beside us, right here through this wall. And it walked through the door pretty much just around the corner from where Lisa is sitting now. And I saw it from about 3 metres away, I guess. 3 or so metres, 3 or 4 metres. So it's pretty close range, and it's in the same area that Lisa and Barbara were feeling dizzy and sick whilst sitting here. So, yeah, it was quite interesting.
Did you ever get to the bottom of the bunch of keys that were found that night when you were packing up? No. I think they're still there, aren't they?
They're still in the same place.
Haven't been looked
Been
tonight.
into that room
Yeah.
tonight.
But yeah, I believe they're still there.
We propped them up on a ledge in the room to see if they would move again, and they're still there. They've been there for the past 3 sessions, I think, now. So we're not sure what's happened there. They came from somewhere, and they weren't there at the beginning of the session, but they were there at the end of the session. They don't belong to anybody in the team. They don't seem to fit any doors that we can find.
So if anyone's lost some keys, just let us know and we'll pop them in the mail.
And they're nice shiny new keys as well. So
Yeah, they're not old keys. They're pretty much brand new. They look like padlock keys, perhaps.
they almost look unused.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to know if anyone in the actual who works in the building has lost a set of keys. They disappeared and reappeared upstairs.
Okay, question from Shelley. When you get given a job to investigate a haunted place, what results are they expecting and what do you guys do?
Each case is different. It just depends, really. I mean, a lot of the clients we go to see are pretty much wanting us to agree with them, and they're wanting us to confirm what they think is in the house. A lot of them don't want to hear that it's not a ghost. A lot of them have already made up their minds that it's a ghost. So if we go in there and tell them that it's not, that it's actually something that we can explain, a lot of them don't want to hear that. Some of them are relieved to hear that it's just the wiring or faulty plumbing or something like that. But there are a large number that have already made up their minds before they even call us. And it's very hard for them to drop the idea of what they think it is. So it can get quite awkward. We've had photographs and videos and everything sent in to us where people have told us that it's a ghost straight up, and we tell them, no, it's actually not. And yeah, we make some enemies that way. Some of them just don't want to hear it. But with clients, we have to be very sensitive, we have to be very careful, we have to respect that, they have their ideas about what it might be. They might have fears and insecurities and things like that. There may be mental illness in the family, we don't know. There's lots of factors that come into it that we have to be very sensitive to and very careful about and sympathetic to as well. So there's a lot of factors, every case is different.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody does feel that they are having problems with spirits or ghosts, I mean, please do contact us. We will have a look at it. We're not going to jump to conclusions at all. If we feel it's needed, the team will come out. But be warned, we will be looking for rational explanations before we start going for the paranormal side of things. But we do investigate very carefully and very thoroughly. We won't just tell you something to stop you being scared or If we don't find anything, we'll tell you, and if we'll always let you know what we have found anyway. So yeah, don't think that we just will brush you aside. We definitely are here to help.
We're here to help you.
I think also with
Ghostbusters. Come on, guys, back me up. No, it's meant to believe you.
It was like a really goofy way of saying
We're here to believe you.
One of the other things with private investigations as well is that often the clients have experienced things over a longer period of time, and when we go into the property, we're only there for a few hours, so it's harder for us to decide necessarily after a few hours, especially if they have had experiences, you know, in the past. There's no specific time when ghosts will come along and, you know, make themselves known. So great if we're there and something happens, but you know, it's not like we're necessarily disbelieving somebody if nothing happens. It's just that we never captured anything at the time.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing happens, there's really like nothing for us to investigate. Because I mean, we can check. You know, we can go through taking EMF. We'll take photos, video recordings, try and do comm session, check. You know, all rational explanations that we can find. But if you're saying to us, well, you know, every night but tonight, you know, we see a figure walk down our hallway and it doesn't turn up that night, we're not able to give you an explanation or tell you what it is. We have to see it ourselves, unfortunately.
And for us to make those kind of claims, those sort of conclusions, we have to have some evidence to back it up. You can tell us that there are demons in your house, but if we don't see anything to show us that there are demons in your house, we can't agree with you. And it's just the way it is. It's we're trying to find out why you might be seeing demons. We're trying to find out, if you're telling us you're seeing a demon in your house, we've got to try and find out, okay, what is this demon you're seeing? Why are you seeing a demon? Is there something in this house that's making you see a demon, or is there actually a demon in your house? And so we have to experience it ourselves, and it's actually quite amazing and very interesting when you start looking into things to see how many natural, practical things out there can actually cause apparent paranormal activity, the illusion of paranormal activity. Everything from faulty wiring and high EMF levels, electromagnetic field levels, and just the energy field given off by your microwave or your clock radio beside the bed can be a major cause.
Yeah. I mean, certain sleep conditions will also, make people believe that they are experiencing paranormal activity. There are a lot of explanations, possible explanations.
And we aren't hard-nosed skeptics, though. We don't go into every house and say, no, you're all crazy, you're all mad, it's all mental illness, you're all deluded. Basically, we're in there to experience what you're experiencing. So if you're experiencing ghosts, hey, we want to experience them as well. So invite us in, and we will hopefully experience what you're experiencing, and it'll hopefully back up your claims, and it'll also help us with our research as well, which is what we're trying to do. We're trying to move forward with our research, but to do that, we need to have things happen. And if you're making claims of things happening in your house, well, invite us in, because that'll help us with our research, and by doing so, we might be able to help you out as well, because for one thing, we will be an understanding ear, because we know what you're going through, and if we can experience it ourselves, then you've got us on your side with your claims. You're not, it means you're not crazy, pretty much. But then it's a matter of trying to figure out, okay, what is this? What are we both seeing? If you're seeing it and we're seeing it, what are we seeing? And what's causing this? So, and if it is a ghost, well, hey, let's try and communicate with it. Let's try and find out a little bit about it. Let's find out who it is. If it's a dead person, hey, let's find out who it is. If it's a person coming from a different dimension, let's find out who it is. Let's talk with them. So that's what we do. We go in and we just try and see it from your point of view, but we also have to see it from our point of view as well. And we'll try and make sense of it. Whether it's a ghost or not, we'll try and make sense of it. Hope that answers your question.
We just had a suggestion a few minutes earlier to move the keys into a different room, and
Certainly try that.
I think we'll definitely try that.
Yeah.
It's good
Okay, let's
idea.
do that.
Yeah.
Next question from Taylor. Have you ever had such a negative paranormal experience you've left a site or job? So have we ever experienced anything that we might perceive as negative?
It's more the, sometimes it's the people, if you go to a private investigation, I think we had a pretty dodgy one, didn't we, where we had a few people
Yeah.
that were quite drunk and then it got quite negative and I think we ended up wrapping up the investigation. I don't think anything paranormal.
But no, we have never been like scared out of a house or anything like that.
We've never come across anything negative, or like, if you're meaning demons and negative evil entities, that kind of thing. Nothing that we've found has been violent or nasty towards us. Everything we've experienced so far has either been seemingly playful or just happens to be there, whether it be a residual sort of thing. It just happens to be something that we just happen to see go past, or it could be a piece of sound, a piece of audio that we just happen to hear. It's kind of in passing, really. We've had a few apparent communication sessions. They seem like communication sessions. We seem to have to and fro sort of going on, so it feels like a conversation. But nothing that's been dark or ominous, or nothing that's hurt us. Yeah.
Oh, my battery's just going quickly.
Love how genuine you all are. Thanks, Lou.
Thank you, Lou. Appreciate that. No, it's all about being honest. We're a very down to earth bunch. We all get along and we all talk with each other quite regularly. We're all just a big family and we get along. But we like to think that we're very honest and open about what we are. We don't sort of hype up ourselves too much as to being something we're not. We don't make any major claims. We never say we're experts. We're certainly not experts. We're learning as we go, and we freely admit this. If we don't know something, we say it, and we say it a lot. That we don't know, and a lot of groups out there just won't say that. It's about being honest. It's about being transparent, and just being honest to yourself and to your clients and those around you. We don't make any bold claims. If things happen and we don't know what they are, we just say that, hey, this thing happened and we thought it was pretty cool, but we don't know what it is. That doesn't mean it's unexplainable. It means that we couldn't explain it at the time, but we do welcome other people to come on board, and especially other paranormal groups, and just say, hey, we've experienced the same thing, and we think that what you experienced might be this. And I'm sure there are teams out there. I've got a lot of friends over in Australia and around the country, around the world, that are in teams, and they've told me a few times that they've experienced the same things we've experienced, so that's very cool.
Matthew says, talk about Jonathan Lockley.
Matthew. We had a session many years ago, right in our early stages. It was in Newland?
Yep.
Newland, it was in a house. It's on our website. If you go to our investigation pages and look up Newland, in the private investigations, go to the Newland. There's a Newland one there, and there's also a return visit for Newland. Now, this house was a double-storied house, and it had a very dark history of being a drug house, a gang headquarters, a brothel, all sorts of things. It had quite a rough vibe going to it. There was a family living there, about 4 people, I think it was.
Yeah.
Father, daughter.
Oh no, four.
Yeah, 4 people. Father, son.
2 kids
Yeah.
and the boyfriend.
Yeah. And they were all experiencing things for about 3 years. I think they were experiencing lots of activity, from shadows walking past their bedrooms, from figures being seen in the house, to the sounds of movement, things being scraped around on the floors, footsteps. One of them would walk into the lounge, and there would be a couple sitting on the couch that would just disappear. And everybody in the family had their experiences in this house, and it was intriguing. It's a great story. We have it on our website. Do check it out. It's in the private sessions, and it's the New Lynn.
It was an amazing investigation. It was just.
We did the first session, and there was enough there to warrant doing an overnight one. So we did an overnight session there. We stayed the night. They went and stayed at the hotel. We spent the night there, and it was very interesting. I got touched. and which I was quite thrilled about because it was the first major experience I'd had as far as the touching side of it goes from something I couldn't explain. That was very exciting. But we had lots of other things. We had a communication session which appeared to be a communication session. It went for well over an hour, and we started asking questions, and we started hearing what sounded like answers in the form of knocking. It was like a tapping sound. But the tapping wasn't coming from anywhere in particular. It wasn't coming from the floor or the ceiling or the walls or anywhere.
We just couldn't work out where it was coming from.
Yeah, we had some team members sitting on a bed, and I was standing by a doorway, and I was filming everybody in the room. We had audio recorders in the room. We were asking questions and to anybody that might have been there, and we started getting tapping sounds, which we thought was kind of interesting. We just started to ask questions and we got taps. There were no other taps outside of the questions, and we were toing and froing with this person, with this apparent person, for well over an hour. And just by using taps, and we went through the alphabet, getting them to tap whenever he heard the right letter. We got him to spell out his name, his age, his hair colour, what he thought of the place. A little bit, we answered quite a few questions, and I still don't to this day know what really happened. It was very interesting. It was a very interesting session, and I couldn't explain it. We had lots of quiet moments where there was no tapping at all. There was just no tapping. The only tapping that was there was in response to the questions, and it was immediately after the question. So we couldn't explain it at all, and yeah, it was a good session. Again, we don't know if it was a communication session, but it felt like it. Really
there was
felt
definitely something
Yeah.
odd. It felt odd, and there was definitely something odd happening, but whether it was a spirit, who knows, but it was very, very interesting.
It was interesting, and it was, I was seeing shadows. I saw a shadow a couple of times in the same room that we were doing the communication session.
Oh, thank you, Matthew.
One was from behind me. It was a very short, child-size shadow, which sort of went to the bathroom behind me. And it just so happens that the alleged person that we were apparently talking to was a 10-year-old boy called Jonathan Lockley, who passed away in the house. So do read their reports. I think you'll like it. There are photographs and there's a lot of detail there.
Yeah, Matthew's posted the link to that.
Yeah,
So.
he's doing well.
Matthew's posted the link, good on him. I hope you're going to stay up all night, Matthew. Okay, any more questions before we go? We're going to all go. We might set you guys up on a tripod somewhere, and we're going to get on with our research. But any last minute questions there? We do have a sort of slight lag on this thing, which I think goes for a couple of minutes or so. But we're more than happy to put you guys in whatever room you want, and we'll ask any questions. And yeah, it's our 7th session now, so we're quite happy to do whatever you guys want on this one. But we're keeping our clothes on.
Oh, dang.
Speak for yourself.
Sam's getting naked.
Is that what you guys have been doing on your visits? The toilets?
What's that? Hello, Mystery Inc.
Scooby-Doo.
Oh,
Okay.
very good.
I know my television. Rudy.
Okay, what's the time?
Should probably mention that the pump house thing.
Yes, we're going to be at the pump house in oh God, I forgot the dates.
The
14th?
14th.
No, the 11th is Napier.
And 24th?
It must be the
24th.
24th. Yeah.
24th, we're going to be at the Pump House Theatre. We've got a double event happening that night, two events in one night. You can do both or you can do one. And so we're going to be there from 7:30 onwards, and there'll be presentations. We'll be doing 4 talks, maybe even 5 talks that night. So you can pay, it's only $5 at the Pump House Theatre, which is another favourite haunted location of ours. $5, and you'll get about 4 or 5 talks from us. And then if you're interested, we're going to be doing an all-night sleepover ghost hunt. There'll only be 10 spaces for that, so you have to get in really quickly and get your tickets. The tickets are on sale now, and that'll get you basically the whole 4 or 5 presentation session, as well as all the rest of the night to investigate with us with all our equipment for the whole night. And there'll only be 10 people there plus us to investigate the Pump House Theatre. And we've been there many times, and it's a fantastic place. So if you actually want to investigate with us, get your tickets quickly. You can get them from the pumphouse.co.nz website, Pump House Theatre.
And there's the link below.
Matthew? Yeah, very good.
Yes, we are going to be doing communication sessions tonight, Taylor.
Yeah. We're just doing things a bit differently tonight. We're just going to talk to you guys and bring you guys a bit closer to what we do. And we'd like to involve you guys as much as we can. We'd like to have you guys come along to every single investigation if we could, but we just can't because we've got research to do, we've got investigating to do, and it takes a lot of time, and the more people you have there, the more contamination can happen, and it does hinder an investigation a bit when you've got lots of extra people tagging along. So unfortunately we can't have you along, but with public ghost hunts that we do, you can come along and have fun with us. You can use our equipment and do what we do with us. Or there's these live feeds where you can come along and help us, because it's a really big help having you guys with our live feeds, because we can set you up in a hallway or in a room, and you can monitor it for us while we're in another part of the building. So.
Well, exactly, and you have been really helpful in the past.
You guys have actually spotted things that we didn't see at the time. So thank you for that. You've actually helped us with our research, and especially in this place. This place here, well, it's the only live feed we've done, isn't it, really? Oh no, the Napier one. The Napier prison one we did a live feed. There's lots of issues with that one, but you were very helpful with that one. So yeah. So we try and get you guys involved as much as we possibly can.
Are there any known haunted places in Hamilton?
Yes, there are. The people to talk to, go to Midnight Paranormal.
Yep.
Midnight Paranormal, there's a mate of ours called Joshua Carroll, and I'm thinking he may be online now watching us. If you're there, hi Josh.
I haven't seen him.
Oh, isn't
Joshua, no. Go to Midnight Paranormal. Look at they're on Facebook.
it? Sure, Matt will put the link up in a minute.
Oh, Matthew might put the link up, yeah.
Yep.
Matthew, Midnight Paranormal. And go. And there'll be a delay.
There is a lag.
Yeah, there's a bit of a lag. So. But I'm sure if Matthew's still awake, he will post the Midnight Paranormal link. Good on you, Matt. You're doing awesome. Matthew's the one that created the website too. For those that didn't know, he does an amazing job on keeping it functioning and working well, and making it easy to navigate and looking so great. So, plus he keeps our search engines rocking, so we're everywhere, which is awesome.
Just with people saying, are you going to do a communication session tonight? The thing is that we found in the past that when, at times, if we're just sitting here talking, quite often that's when things will start happening anyway. So it would not have surprised me at all while we were sitting during the session if, we hadn't heard a noise or heard something odd or seen something. That's not unusual at all. When we're not actually investigating, seems to be when things happen.
That's Jacqueline from Midnight Paranormal.
Hi Jackie. Website coming soon.
Okay, well Jacqueline, for those who are asking about Hamilton, Jacqueline, the one that's just popped up just now, she belongs to Midnight Paranormal. She's one of the team members there. So friend her, check her profile out, friend her, and get in touch with them.
Matthew said diggers. He's replied.
Oh, the Diggers Bar, yeah.
Oh, and he's put the link up. Thank
Good
you,
job,
Matthew.
man.
You're just awesome.
Stomach rumbling.
That's mine.
Okay, are you guys ready to sit dank, dusty, dirty old toilets now?
Are they wanting to go to the toilet?
Take the keys to the bathroom near where the cold spot was.
Put the keys in the bathroom.
I guess so, yeah, that
Yep.
makes sense.
Yep.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. Keys are going in the
Yeah,
bathroom.
dropping into the sink.
Bathroom? What's the request for the bathroom?
Okay, so the bathroom's a popular place, right? Everybody's
I would-
coming.
I would like to put them in that end studio room later on too, if you guys wouldn't mind, because that's that was where we actually had a lot of activity last time, or the time before actually.
Yes.
And you guys were the first ones to kind of hear that there was something happening up there. And then when we went up, of course, we actually got some really good, well, I think we got some really good EVPs. I've yet to argue that with certain people. But yeah, it would be great if you guys would just listen to that room and have a good look later on, because yeah, it's my favourite room anyway. I reckon there's definitely something happening up there.
My buddy Alexis is on. Hello, hey Alexis. Toys, yeah, we've brought a few bits and pieces. We try and bring trigger objects every session, so we've brought a few toys. I think Barbara brought a train set, a whole bloody train set.
Electric train set.
So yeah, we're going all out with the train set this time. So if you guys have got any ideas about what items that you'd like us to try, they don't have to be toys. They can be, you know, anything you'd like us to use as a trigger object. We'll try and get one and try it. Everything's worth a try. So.
And I've got a book to read later on, Alexis, so please do join us for story time.
Story time with Barb. What was it? It was the Three Little Pigs last week, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Last
Yeah,
time?
yeah.
And that
It's
was off
Thomas.
the top too, wasn't it?
That was pretty good.
No stranger to Three Little Pigs and Barbara.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it. No more questions?
A lolly jar of money. Yeah, true. Lolly jars.
Oh, Lexus.
There wouldn't be any lollies left, actually.
Not with us.
Yes, Lou, that was the voice with the room where people were saying they heard a child calling.
We've had some interesting, what sound like kids' voices, and what you guys have been reporting on the live feed. I heard myself, and it definitely wasn't anything outside. I had to really struggle with my headphones to hear them, but I could actually hear what did sound like chattering of kids, and sort of laughing and giggling. It was that kind of playgroundy sort of lots of kids chattering and laughing and giggling. So I was actually hearing myself, but it was very, very quiet. It was very vague. It was very, very light in my headphones, but I could actually hear it. So yeah, I did hear what you guys heard, and we've captured what sounded like children a few times. Some of them we've been able to debunk as being my own camera, but when my camera lens retracts, it has a sort of whirring sound, and from a distance that could sound like a child, but there are a lot of recordings we've got that just don't sound like that.
Or when you weren't actually in the room.
Or when I was nowhere in the room and it's there, so yeah. So we have actually captured what could be children's voices, but we would like to capture a few more so we can start making some decisions, because at the moment we've got one or two recordings here and there and of what sound like possible kids, but if we can get a few more, then we can start to try and build a bigger picture of what we've actually got going on here.
Aaron says, anyone got a sound recording of a school bell or kids playing in a playground to see if that gets any response?
Yep, good idea.
Yeah.
We'll do that. We'll do that next time. Add that to the list.
Yeah,
Try
sure.
some, we could try some music as well. Nursery
Some
rhymes
music.
or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, see if they respond.
Yeah, every time we come we try different things, so yeah, definitely music.
All right. What's the time?
Yeah, it's 10 past 10.
10 past 10. All right then. We're going to go till about, we're going to go to about 12, 1,
12.
12.
12.
We're going to go till 12 then. Okay.
We always say that.
Famous
Yeah.
last words.
We always say we're going to go till 12 and
It's
it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
I've got people.
We're aiming for 12. We're aiming for 12.
We're just only an hour and 50 minutes away.
Okay, so we'll get you guys set up and we'll go and we'll take you guys into the bathroom and we'll get things happening. Okay, I'll leave this running. Yes, I'm filming in that camera down there.
You got enough light here?
Yeah, I'm using the infrared.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Oh, good.
All right, so I'm going to move you guys upstairs now into the bathroom. So walk this way. Just turn this around. Okay. Okay. Hallway. The creepy hallway. Okay. Right, we're going upstairs. Oops.
So also, if you happen to hear any staticky sort of sound, that would probably just be the train set going
Oh, yes.
in one of the other rooms.
She's got down here, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to set you guys up. So the train set's actually going.
Train set going.
Okay, I'll take you down and show you the train set. Oh, God, that dog. Bloody dog. Okay, there's a little setup we've got there. A few trigger objects. Dog. It's not actually going. Thomas was very impressed. Oh, look at that. There he goes. There you go. You can't say we don't give things a go. Trigger objects. Oh, look at that. That's not gonna. Got a few gadgets over here. There's
Oh, no, I'll put it that way because
a gadget there from our mate Craig Taylor over in Australia. And WD Para products. We buy lots of. Oh, Thomas. There he goes.
So we've also taken plenty of photos of this area as well to go back and check to see whether anything's moved.
Yep. We've got infrared camera over there. Infrared cameras. Trigger objects. We've got what's that? It's a detector that detects any sort of is it static.
Yep.
Room pods that any sort of static changes in the atmosphere or nearby. Toy dog, keep a watch over it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So we've documented this scenario here. We've taken photos of the area.
And being pretty vocal about inviting anyone in to come and play and be active and hopefully see if something moves.
There we go.
Apart from the tunnel.
Now does that train have batteries?
It does have batteries.
Brand new batteries?
Not too sure.
Okay. Because if he suddenly gets a battery drain, that could be, you know, something of interest. Have to ask Barbara about that. He's all right. Okay, so this is the room we're in. It's It's one that we had a bit of a communication session last time, and we had Barbara did her Three Little Pigs rendition. There's a toilet here. It's all a bit grubby, it hasn't been used for a long time. Small bath. Shower. Okay, so we're going to leave that running. We've got cameras aimed at it. That's good. Oh, there we go. That'll be for story time. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Sam, do you remember this keyring being here? There's this keyring sitting, just sort of hanging there. That's something I thought I would have
Not too sure.
recognised. Yeah.
Something we can definitely go back and have a look at.
Yeah.
We've got footage of Barbara sitting here.
We have, yeah. We.
Where are the keys?
The keys are in.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, I'll set you guys up. Oh, sorry, toilet, isn't it? There's also an attic up there which we've been up. Pretty amazing attic up there which we're going to go back up again and spend some time in. That's the bathroom, so we're going to go in there. Lots of big open rooms. There are quite a few rooms in this building.
Keys there as well.
Oh, the keys are up here on the. There's the keys.
Ah, right there.
Keys, I put them up there, and they've been there for about 3 weeks now.
Do you want to move this?
Yeah, put them somewhere else.
So I don't know whether you can see them.
Those are the keys we were talking about.
So we'll place them somewhere in the bathroom.
Cool. Okay, so we're going into the bathroom, a very popular bathroom.
Some wildlife down there.
Cockroach. Are you freaking out, Lisa?
No, I just didn't know what it was. I just saw something flapping around when I opened the door. Oh, there he goes. Oh, God, it's going to go out your trousers.
There he goes. Cockroach. There he is. Yeah. Go on. Oh, he's a fast little bugger. He's fast. Oh, he's flying. Yeah. Excellent.
Not afraid of ghosts.
Spiders, yeah.
Draw the line out first.
Okay, so here we are back in the toilet. Where's Barbara gone?
I'm not sure, I'm not outside.
Too much talk about toilets, probably.
Okay, this is the... For those who haven't been in the bathroom with us, this is the spooky bathroom. It hasn't been used for many years. We've got shower cubicles. There's the door. Hand dryer. Big mirror. Lots of toilet cubicles. Like that. We've got lots of old sinks, basins here which haven't been used for many years. Rusted, dry, and
Ricky Grotty.
Still some water dripping from this tap here.
Ah, yes, that one has one here has a drip. Oh, look at that.
Do you know the time how many litres of water?
We've actually got a viewer from Ireland.
From where?
Ireland.
Oh, Ireland. I'm heading over to Ireland in September.
Nebraska, USA.
In the sink.
Okay.
Nice to have some international viewers.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. What time is it there? What time is it in Ireland?
And the USA.
And USA. That's very cool. Are you guys from, sorry, I'm yelling at the phone here, sorry. The phone's right in front of my face and I'm yelling at it. Are you guys actually in a paranormal group yourselves or just followers? Okay, this window that I'm showing you in front of us, that one right there, that was the window in question last week, the last session. We were getting what looked like, and I think if Matthew, I don't know if you can post a photo, Matthew, if you're still awake, Matthew. Oh, you've got it, thermal image anomaly. Oh, you've done it, yeah. Thermal image anomaly, huh? Thanks, Matt. The anomaly happened in this window here, and it just started off as a small blob. It was a tiny little speck, which showed up on the thermal imaging camera, and then it got a little bit bigger, and then it kind of moved. It sort of went over towards the side here, and it moved, and it kind of shaped, it kind of stretched out a bit. It became a blob, and then it sort of stretched out like a football, like a rugby ball. And then it kind of tilted and sort of leaned into the wall, almost like somebody was sort of leaning into the wall like that. Then it kind of went down and it just disappeared for a bit. And then it sort of, another blob came up, quite a large blob, about the size of this beam here on the window, about that size, about the size of a head, I guess. And then that got larger and larger, and then it stretched down, and kind of morphed. The round circle thinned out, and the body sort of came up. It looked like thin head and shoulders, and neck and shoulders. So it was almost like somebody standing right here, head and shoulders, looking through this window, looking through the window at us from the outside. But of course, we're up on the second floor. There is nothing behind this wall. It's just a wall with a drop. There's nothing there for anybody to stand in. So yeah, and these are glass slats. So we're not sure whether it was just an unusual cold draft coming through these glass slats and just somehow forming a shape within the thermal imaging camera and just looking like a person, or we don't know. It was a bit of an anomaly. We took quite a few photographs of it, and I was seeing it in real time through my thermal imaging camera, but my thermal imaging camera can't record video. It can only record still pictures. So I captured still pictures, and I had my video camera, my other camera aimed at it, but the footage that it came back with wasn't that great. It wasn't. It did show a little bit of movement, but it wasn't amazing. So we're hoping it will happen again. But this is the window anyway.
Someone's asking if they have a film over them, over the window panes, but there's...
The top two are different panels of glass. So they're patterned with leaves on them, and the next four are just plain, very dirty, but